Angie, and today I'm going to be speaking with you about the different props that are necessary or that you can use when you're doing a yoga practice. The first thing that you want to have is a mat. Mats come in all different price ranges, in different styles, different brands. This mat that I have is a $9.99 mat from Walmart. I have used expensive mats, I've used cheap mats or cheaper mats. And I find that unless you're doing a hot yoga practice or something of that sort where you need a mat where you're not going to slip, that a simple $9.99 mat will suffice. So there's no reason to go out and spend a lot of money on a yoga mat unless that's something you would like to do. I do not recommend the use of a towel because you will slip if you use a towel, but it's better than nothing. So if you're unable to go out and buy a mat, don't let that stop you from doing your yoga practice. The second prop I'd like to share with you is yoga block. Yoga blocks are very important to my yoga practice. I feel lost if I don't have them personally for myself. These are not very expensive either. Just like the mats, you can get them in different price ranges. You can go to Walmart or Costco and get mats fairly inexpensive. This particular set of blocks we would not use together, but I'm just showing you that you have different sizes of blocks. Depending on your stature, your height, you want to consider all of that when you are choosing a yoga block. A thinner block would be more suitable for a person who might be of shorter stature, a larger block for a person who's of larger stature. I like to fall somewhere in between. I believe this green block and this flat block. Now the green block is a little shorter and thinner. I personally use this green block, but I will use the black blocks on occasion, depending on what I need. I do like to have two blocks, one on each side. If you have one block, that's fine. But I do like to have two blocks handy so I don't have to move around too much I have easier access, let me put it that way. Another prop that is helpful in your yoga practice is a yoga strap. You do not have to go out and buy a yoga strap. A belt will suffice. And when I teach in the South Carolina prison system, I have seen students use their socks. So they'll have tube socks and they'll use the socks. And belts or straps can be helpful when you're stretching your hamstrings, particularly. And finally, I sometimes use a bolster when I'm practicing for some restorative postures. These are very firm pillows. This one is oblong and fairly large. There are bolsters that are smaller in diameter. Most of them are going to be this shape, but you can use a firm pillow if you have a firm pillow. One more thing I want to say is that with the blocks, I teach a lot of the football players at the University of South Carolina. With blocks for people who are of larger stature, such as a football player, two blocks together can be helpful, particularly in a seated position, so that just having one block can be uncomfortable if you are wider in your hips. So these are some props that I recommend. Definitely a mat if you can get one, and preferably two blocks. One block will suffice. And the others are, I wouldn't say they're mandatory, but it would be helpful to have them.